The belief that hair and nails continue to grow after death is a myth that has persisted through generations, often perpetuated by cultural narratives, films, and even casual conversation. It is a notion that evokes a sense of mystery and the macabre, conjuring images of the deceased in a state of unsettling vitality, as if they are somehow still connected to the living world. To understand the truth behind this myth, we must delve into the biological and physiological processes that occur at the moment of death and the subsequent changes that the body undergoes. The idea that hair and nails grow post-mortem likely stems from a misunderstanding of what happens to the body after death. When a person dies, the body undergoes a series of changes. Initially, there is a cessation of all bodily functions, including circulation and respiration. This halting of life processes leads to the eventual decomposition of tissues. However, hair and nails are composed of keratin, a protein that is not dependent on blood flow or metabolic processes for its structural integrity. This has led to the misconception that they continue to grow after death. In reality, what happens is not growth, but rather a change in the appearance of hair and nails. After death, the skin begins to dehydrate and retract. This process can create an illusion that hair and nails are longer than they were at the time of death. The skin around the hair follicles and nail beds recedes, making it appear as if the hair and nails have extended. This optical illusion can be quite striking, especially in the case of individuals who had long hair or nails prior to death. Furthermore, the decomposition process plays a significant role in altering the appearance of hair and nails. As the body decomposes, various factors such as environmental conditions and the presence of bacteria contribute to the breakdown of tissues. The skin loses its elasticity and moisture, leading to a more pronounced contrast between the hair and nails and the surrounding tissue. In this state, hair and nails may appear more prominent, further fueling the myth of post-mortem growth. The myth is also reinforced by cultural practices and depictions in media. In many cultures, there is a strong emphasis on the appearance of the deceased, leading to rituals that involve grooming the hair and nails before a funeral. These practices often highlight the natural beauty of the deceased, creating a lasting image that can blur the lines between life and death. Movies and television shows frequently capitalize on this myth, using it as a plot device to evoke fear or intrigue, painting a picture of the dead as somehow still alive in their appearance. Moreover, the fascination with death and the unknown contributes to the allure of this myth. Hair and nails, as remnants of the living body, symbolize life and vitality. The idea that they could continue to grow after death plays into our fears and curiosities about mortality, the afterlife, and what it means to truly be alive. This myth serves as a reminder of our own fragility and the mysteries that surround the end of life. Despite the scientific explanations that debunk this myth, it remains a popular topic of discussion. Perhaps it is the comfort of the familiar that keeps it alive, or the thrill of pondering the unknown that captivates our imagination. The notion of hair and nails growing after death invites speculation about what happens to us after we die, and whether any part of us lingers in the physical world. In examining the origins of this myth, we can trace it back to various cultural beliefs and practices. In ancient Egypt, for example, the dead were often depicted with exaggerated features, including long hair and nails, as a way to symbolize their eternal beauty and vitality. This artistic representation may have contributed to the idea that physical attributes could transcend death. Similarly, in other cultures, the care of the deceased's appearance has been a significant aspect of mourning rituals, reinforcing the connection between the living and the dead. As we explore the scientific aspects of this myth, we encounter the fascinating field of mortuary science, which examines the processes that occur after death. Morticians and funeral directors are trained to understand the biological changes that take place in a deceased body, including rigor mortis, livor mortis, and the eventual decomposition. These professionals often encounter the myth of hair and nails growing after death, and they are equipped with the knowledge to explain why it is not true. They emphasize the importance of understanding the natural processes of decay and the ways in which we can honor the deceased without falling prey to misconceptions. In addition to scientific explanations, the myth of post-mortem hair and nail growth can also be viewed through the lens of psychology. The human mind is adept at creating narratives that help us make sense of complex and often frightening realities. Death is one of the most profound mysteries of existence, and myths like this one can serve as coping mechanisms, allowing us to engage with our fears in a more palatable way. The idea that hair and nails continue to grow after death may provide a sense of continuity, a way of imagining that the deceased are still somehow present in our world. Ultimately, the myth of hair and nails growing after death speaks to our deep-seated concerns about mortality and the unknown. It reflects our desire to maintain a connection with those we have lost, even in the face of the finality of death. While science has provided us with a clear understanding of what happens to the body after death, the allure of this myth endures, inviting us to explore the boundaries between life and death, reality and fiction. As we navigate the complexities of life and mortality, it is essential to approach such myths with a critical mind, seeking to understand the biological truths that underpin our beliefs. The truth is that hair and nails do not grow after death. Rather, they become part of the intricate tapestry of the natural processes that follow our departure from this world. Understanding this truth does not diminish the beauty or significance of our lives. Instead, it allows us to honor the memories of those we have lost with a greater appreciation for the fragility of life and the inevitability of death. In conclusion, the myth of hair and nails continuing to grow after death is a fascinating intersection of science, culture, and psychology. It serves as a reminder of our collective fascination with death and the ways in which we seek to understand and cope with the mysteries of existence. By debunking this myth, we not only clarify the biological processes that occur after death, but also open the door to deeper conversations about mortality, memory, and the enduring connections we maintain with those who have passed. As we reflect on these themes, we can find comfort in the knowledge that while our physical bodies may eventually fade, the impact we have on the world and the memories we create can continue to resonate long after we are gone.